In the bustling city of Kumasi, where vibrant markets lined the streets and the aroma of spices filled the air, lived a joyous 6-year-old girl named Amara. With her sparkling eyes and boundless energy, she was a bundle of joy for her family. Today was a special day. Her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Mensah, had promised her a trip to the Grand Mall, the largest shopping center in the city, renowned for its grandeur and wide array of stores. The Grand Mall was a modern marvel, its towering glass walls shimmering in the sunlight. Amara and her parents approached the entrance, her excitement nearly palpable. The grand entrance featured cascading fountains and colorful banners that danced in the breeze. As they walked through the sliding doors, Amara's eyes widened at the sight of the expansive atrium, with its elegant chandelier and bustling activity. "Amara," Mrs. Mensah said, her voice warm and inviting. "We're going to do some shopping and explore a few stores. There's a wonderful play area over there. Why don't you go have some fun while we take care of our errands?" Amara's face lit up with joy. The play area, with its colorful slides, ball pits, and climbing structures, was a paradise for a child her age. "Okay, Mummy, I'll have so much fun," she exclaimed, racing toward the play area with enthusiasm. Mr. and Mrs. Mensah watched her go, their own excitement about the shopping trip evident. They began their journey through the mall, exploring boutiques, electronic stores, and home decor shops. Time seemed to slip away as they lost themselves in the myriad of options. Hours later, Mrs. Mensah glanced at her watch and realized how much time had passed. "We should check on Amara," she said, her voice tinged with concern. As they approached the play area, their smiles faded. The space was eerily quiet, the once vibrant play structures now still and abandoned. Amara was nowhere in sight. Panic began to set in as they frantically searched the vicinity, calling out her name and asking mall employees for help. The mall, which had been a place of excitement, now seemed vast and unwelcoming. The couple's anxiety grew as they enlisted the help of security personnel and began to scour every corner of the mall. Meanwhile, Amara had been having a blast in the play area. The slides were exhilarating, the ball pits were a riot of colors, and she had made several new friends. However, when she decided to take a break and find her parents, she realized she was alone. Feeling a mix of curiosity and growing apprehension, Amara wandered out of the play area. The mall's corridors were a labyrinth of shops and passageways, each more fascinating than the last. She passed through stores filled with toys, clothes, and gadgets, her excitement slowly giving way to worry as she realized she had lost her way. As she wandered, Amara noticed a store she hadn't seen before. The sign above the entrance read, "Mystic Treasures," and the window display was filled with captivating items, glowing crystals, ancient-looking books, and mysterious artifacts. Intrigued and hoping for guidance, she pushed open the door. Inside, the shop was like stepping into another world. The shelves were lined with an array of magical items, and the air was filled with the aroma of incense and the hum of enchantment. The shop exuded a sense of wonder and mystery. An elderly woman with a kind face and a vibrant robe stood behind the counter. Her eyes twinkled with a blend of wisdom and mischief. "Welcome, little one. What brings you to my shop?" she asked, her voice gentle and soothing. Amara's voice trembled as she replied, "I'm looking for my parents. I can't find them." The old woman's expression softened with empathy. "Ah, I see. Sometimes when we're lost, we need a little help to find our way. This compass," she said, handing Amara a small, ornate device, "has a magic of its own. Follow its direction, and it will lead you closer to where you need to be." Amara took the compass, feeling its cool surface in her tiny hands. The needle began to move, pointing steadily in one direction. A sense of hope filled her heart. "Thank you," she said, her voice filled with gratitude. With the compass guiding her, Amara ventured deeper into the mall. Each step led her through new and astonishing places. The mall's vast corridors seemed endless, filled with shops offering a plethora of items. She passed through a toy store where the toys appeared to come alive, a bookstore where the books whispered secrets, and a candy shop where the air was thick with the sweet aroma of treats. In the toy store, Amara marveled at dolls that blinked their eyes and toy cars that zipped across shelves on their own. She stopped to watch, fascinated by the playful antics. But the compass's steady needle urged her onward. In the bookstore, Amara encountered books that seemed to have a life of their own. They whispered stories and secrets as she walked by, their pages fluttering as if inviting her to read. Although she was intrigued, the compass guided her away from the enchanting whispers. The candy shop was a dream come true, with shelves overflowing with colourful sweets. Amara couldn't resist sampling a few pieces, savouring the sugary goodness as she continued her journey. Despite the temptation, the compass's guidance remained her focus. As Amara followed the compass, she encountered several magical characters who offered their assistance. In the toy store, a talking cat in a top hat greeted her with a whimsical bow. "Ah, a young explorer. Follow this path," he said, pointing down a long corridor, "and it will lead you closer to your destination." In the bookstore, a friendly parrot perched on a shelf offered her guidance. "The compass will show you the way, little one. Trust in its magic." Amara thanked each character, feeling a mixture of wonder and determination. Despite her growing fatigue, their encouragement bolstered her resolve. Eventually, the compass led Amara to the end of a long hallway. There, she discovered an unremarkable door marked "Employees Only." The compass's needle pointed directly at it, and with a deep breath, Amara turned the handle and stepped inside. The room was dimly lit, filled with old dusty items and forgotten treasures. The air was thick with a sense of age and mystery. Behind a heavy curtain, Amara discovered a hidden passage. It was narrow and winding, with walls that seemed to glow softly with a faint, otherworldly light. The passage seemed to go on forever, but Amara pressed on, guided by the compass. The walls whispered encouragement as she moved, the soft glow casting a comforting light on her path. The passage eventually opened into a breathtaking garden. It was a hidden oasis within the mall, a magical space filled with vibrant flowers and lush greenery. The air was filled with the sweet fragrance of blooming petals, and a gentle stream meandered through the garden, its waters sparkling in the sunlight. In the center of the garden stood a beautiful gazebo. As Amara approached, she saw her parents searching anxiously in its reflection in the stream. Her heart leapt with joy and relief. She raced towards the gazebo, calling out, "Mommy! Daddy!" Her parents, who had been frantically searching throughout the mall, heard her voice. They followed the sound to the garden and saw Amara standing in the gazebo. Tears of relief and joy flowed as they reunited with their daughter. They hugged her tightly, overwhelmed with gratitude and love. After the emotional reunion, Amara's parents thanked the old woman from Mystic Treasures, who had been discreetly watching over them through magical means. She explained that the compass had guided Amara through the mall's hidden wonders and helped her find her way back. The magical garden was a secret known only to those who ventured through the hidden passage. It symbolized the adventure and courage that had guided Amara. The garden's beauty was a reminder of the magic that existed in unexpected places. As they left the Grand Mall, Amara's parents made a promise to always keep a close watch on their adventurous daughter. They had learned a valuable lesson about the importance of vigilance and the magic that existed in the world. Amara, with her newfound understanding of the world's hidden wonders, felt a sense of accomplishment. She had faced her fears, navigated through a magical labyrinth, and found her way back to her family. The day had been filled with challenges, but it had also been a grand adventure. The story of Amara's journey through the Grand Mall became a cherished tale in Kumasi. It was a story of bravery, magic, and the unbreakable bond of family. The Grand Mall continued to be a place of wonder, where every corner held the promise of adventure waiting to be discovered by those with the courage to seek it. In the years that followed, the story of Amara's adventure became a beloved legend in Kumasi. The Grand Mall, once seen merely as a shopping destination, was now viewed as a place of enchantment and mystery. Parents told their children the tale of the lost princess and her magical journey, and the story inspired many young adventurers to explore the world with curiosity and bravery. The mall's management, recognizing the growing fascination with the magical aspects of the mall, decided to embrace its newfound reputation. They created interactive experiences inspired by Amara's adventure. A section of the mall was transformed into an enchanting experience where children could follow clues and solve puzzles in a magical quest, mirroring the journey Amara had taken. Visitors to the Grand Mall now found themselves immersed in a whimsical world where hidden passages and magical encounters were part of the experience. The mall's transformation brought a new dimension to its allure, blending everyday shopping with a touch of adventure and wonder. Amara grew up, but the adventure she had lived through never left her. Inspired by the magic she had encountered, she became a storyteller, weaving tales of wonder and enchantment for children and adults alike. Her stories, full of bravery and imagination, captivated audiences and became a cherished part of the cultural fabric of Kumasi. The Grand Mall continued to thrive as a place of wonder, with new generations of children experiencing their own magical adventures. The legend of Amara, the brave girl who got lost in the mall and discovered its hidden magic, remained a beloved tale, reminding everyone of the extraordinary possibilities that exist within the ordinary. Families who visited the Grand Mall often reflected on the tale of Amara, using it as a way to encourage their own children to explore with curiosity and courage. The story was a testament to the idea that adventure and magic are not far away, but can be found in the most unexpected places. Years later, as Amara looked back on her adventure, she felt a deep sense of gratitude. The mall had not only been a place of fun and exploration, but had also been a catalyst for her own journey into storytelling. The magic she had experienced was not confined to the mall, but had woven itself into the very fabric of her life. The Grand Mall, with its hidden garden and magical compass, continued to be a symbol of the extraordinary within the ordinary. It stood as a reminder that sometimes, in our quest to find our way, we discover not only the path back to those we love, but also the magic and wonder that reside in our hearts and minds. Amara's story, rich with adventure and discovery, was a beacon for those who dared to dream and explore. It was a reminder that the world is full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled. And that courage, curiosity, and a little bit of magic can turn even the most mundane experiences into extraordinary adventures.